Hey guys, Peter Jordan, Lost Angler, and tonight what we're going to tie is the redfish toad. Now, redfish toad to me is kind of like the creature bait of the fly fishing world. It's a crab, it's a shrimp, it's a manna shrimp. I have no idea what it is. I don't care what it is. It's a bulky fly, it's a big fly, it has a lot of action. And when the redfish are being persnickety, sometimes it is a phenomenal. It's a really great flies you can throw right on top of them. Makes a whole bunch of activity in the water, and they just can't stand it. So, this is what we're going to tie tonight. This is the redfish toad. It is a hideous abomination. It's terrible. Now, you can do it with all these legs right here, the way I did, or you can tie it without. Just see what your area has. If I'm only going to tie it one way, I generally tie it with legs, because if the redfish don't particularly like the legs, I can always cut them off. I can't really add them later on. So, that being said, what we're going for today is we're going for a creature bait that has a ton of motion, ton of activity in the water. I can drop it on top of that redfish and go. And also, it's a really good search bait, so if I'm in a part of the marsh and the water's really dingy, and I need to make the most of it, this is a good fly to drop down in there. It has a lot of vibration in the water, and sometimes it can help me bring a fish out of nowhere. So, that being said, let's get this thing underway. So, to start off with this redfish toad, I'm going to use a Gamakatsu B10S size 2 hook. And again, like we talked about in the last video, I really like the smaller wire hooks because I feel like it's easier to set the hook with them. So, that being said, if you have a preference towards another hook that works better for you, go for it. Plus, for this pattern, I like the longer shank on the hook. Alright, just like last time, we're going to use a clear nylon thread. You can pick this up at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, or wherever you want to go. And this time we're going to go all the way up to the hook eye. Wrap back. Alright, once we've done that, we're going to put thread bump up towards the front and put on our eyes. And today I'm going to be using a small lead eye. Now, if you don't want to use lead and you want to use a different material, I definitely suggest tungsten. But I'm using lead because it's what I've got on hand. So, and about out of this pack, so I think I am going to move to tungsten for my future eyes. And I'm using a gray eye. I don't really want to get attention when the fly is being worked. It's either swimming away from the fish or it's like this on the bottom. And I want my eyes down here. So I don't really care if they catch the fish's attention. I'd almost prefer that they didn't. So, that being said, I leave myself a little bit of room just in case I do want to add some, like a little wee guard or whatever up here later. Wraps. Now, one of the cool things you always want to remember is what really holds your eyes in place is when you go around it and you pull, cinch everything nice and tight. If you really want to go the extra mile, I like to put just a little touch of super glue there. And if I have trouble with it twisting, that's exactly what I'll do. But for this fly, I'm not going to bother. So to start out, we're going to go again to the hobby store. This is old Christmas tinsel in gold. And I'm using it because you can get this whole pack after Christmas for 25 cents. And redfish love gold. So I'm just going to pull out a little hank like so. And you get a lot of it. So what I like to do with this stuff is just take it, kind of double it up, just mush it up real good until I get a size that I want to deal with. And then I'll just tie this puppy on. Now it's a mess. No doubt, it's a mess. But to make it better, it's pretty simple. And I like to just have just a wad of gold tinsel back here. And one of the reasons I like to have a wad of it is, once you hook into your redfish, he's going to take that fly back to the crushers. And when he does, he's just going to mangle up just everything. So don't worry about it being perfect. This is about as long as we want it. This is about the same length as the hook shaft. If we need it any longer, we can. Now we're going to come up with some ginger, strung marabou. I think it's important to open up your pack. Look at what you're going to get. And select carefully. So take a little extra time. Which one? There we go. And I'm probably going to grab 2 or 3 things of marabou. Now you could palmer it on, but for this I don't want a really big thing of it. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to push it down past my gold flash, a few loose wraps, and cut off my excess. Good thing about a rotary vise, I can see where I need to add more at. So when I'm layering it in, I know where to go. Alright. So that side was a little bit more scant. Boom. There we go. Not too bad. All right. Next, to add a little bit more flash and a little bit of color, I'm going to use Palmer Chenille and root beer. You only need a little bit. I'll show you guys some little tricks. I'm going to lay this on it like this and see where it's going to lay. This will go over it really nicely, but I actually want it to be just a little bit shorter, maybe like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it up so it's all the same. I'm going to measure it out and I'm going to trim some off. And this just lets me customize the length of what I'm working on. Go up towards those eyes, get it out of the way. Then I want to pull everything on up forward so I get a good feel for it. Go once and twice. That'll just about do it. Alright, now we're going to come back up and wrap around this, pull it down nice and tight. Again, I'm just going to pull my fibers out of the way. One more again. And honestly, this is enough to tie the same pattern again. Got a net in here. Anyway. So this is the back of my toad. Good little bit of color, good splash color. Now, I'm going to add in some legs. Now to add in my legs, I am going to do one of my standby tricks. This is a pack of spinner bait or jig skirts. You can get them in all kinds of different colors and sizes. I really like them because they're inexpensive. And they may have different varieties than what I see in fly shops. So, but there's nothing against using whatever kind of silly leg you like. I insert my scissor in, open it up, spread that rubber band, and then I can grab and pull out what I want. Do that one more time. There we go. Bingo. And what I want to do with this is I want to be kind of heavy with it. I've got 1, 2, 4. With this, I'm going to put 4 on each side. I'm going to make sure it extends past my Marabou. So I'm going to tie it hard on this side. Then I'm going to bring it up and over. And cinch it down hard on that side. Alright, let's take a look. Perfectly same length? Yeah, close enough. So, got some beautiful saddle hackle. And this is Whiting's Bugger pack. I really like them. I've pulled a particular feather. I've pulled the fibers back so I get an idea for how big it's going to be when I palmer it out. Tie it in real fast. Clip. Now, one thing I like to do is I want to make sure I pull back all my materials that I'm working with so it doesn't get bunched up on me. Come up forward with my eyes. And boom. Go forward to my eyes, excuse me. Alright, and let's wrap that saddle hackle. Pull everything back as I go. Just trying to crowd that hook. Alright. Alright. Unwrap. Bring this back on top. And what we got? And I'm going to tie that in such a way that it kind of pulls everybody back. So, first things first. Let's get into the meat and potatoes on this guy. This is the EP fiber. I'm going to use 10 EP fiber. Not the 3D kind, just 10 EP. Pull it out. Grab the main hank. Keep it tight. Pull off what I need. This, I've got a pretty decent sized little bundle. Double it over. Flip it off. Lay it. Double it over. Clip it off. Boom. And I want to go ahead and do this a couple times so that I've got what I need, not stopping what I'm doing to repeat this process. I'm going to guess it's probably going to take about 6 segments. Somewhere in that ballpark. So go ahead and lay that out for myself. Make that nice and easy. There goes 4. Pull out what I need again. Grab hold to the main hank. Pull off what I don't need. Bam, bam, bam. Here we go. Bring it over. 1. 2. 3. Very good. All right. Everything's set out. Good to go. Now, I like to actually tie in my EP fiber on this side of my hook. I don't know that it makes any difference, but I feel like it makes the hook ride up a little bit better if my weight is below that EP fiber. I've got nothing to substantiate my idea, just a gut feeling. I'm going to take that hank, lay it over, and I like to pinch it in between my fingers back here. So I'm going to go back with it. So I get nice and tight on it. I like to pinch it in between those fingers. Then pull down tight. Repeat that a couple times. Now I'm going to roll my thread up nice and high. Wrap it around here. I don't know if you guys can see it at all. What it does, it allows me to get behind it. Grab a hold to it. Start working my way up. Now, I want to go nice and slow so as I'm not gathering material with me as I'm going. Now, let's tie this off. Came out really nice. Cool. All right, now that we've done that, let's add in some legs. This just adds a little bit of extra motion. I want mine to be long, sticking out past what I'm doing, and to do that without cutting it off, I need to take 2 long pieces. Now you can do 1 piece if you want. I like to do 2 because redfish are rough on flies. Once I got it where I want it, I lift it up, bring them back. And you're going to need to do a couple. Oh, see, it came out on me. It's all good. All right. Couple of wraps. Cinch it down. Do the same thing again. Oh, there we go. There we go. Very nice. And having the longer material definitely makes it easier for me to handle, and it may make it easier for you to handle. So don't be afraid to try it. All right, next piece of hank. Got that EP, and this is pretty good size little bit. Just remember, we're going to trim off what we don't need. There we go. Let's repeat the process again. 2 more legs. Now one thing you can do, take it, fold it over, bring it up. Alright, and don't be afraid if this doesn't go perfect, because I got a little trick we're going to do at the end. It's going to kind of fix a lot of boo-boos. Alright. Get in my way. There we go. Oh. Now, the kind of legs I'm using are actually from a spinnerbait pack, which is a really cheap and easy way to get a hold to a lot of really cool colors for your silly legs. And I've found personally they're less expensive than what you can get at your fly shop. But I will say this, because they're just kind of loose and in that rubber band, they are a bit more of a pain in the butt to deal with. But like I said, I don't mind them because I can come up with some really cool colors this way for pretty doggone cheap. Which is kind of funny though, because if you're getting in fly time to save money, you're doing it for the wrong reason. Or at least that's been my experience. Nice and tight, pull it down. Here we go. Get in there, get in there. Keep it on, keep it on. My wife's in her office playing video games. Alright, here we go. And for me, that's enough silly legs. I've got some more pulled off, but I'm not going to mess with them. I feel like that's enough. No. We have more water than scotch. I'm gonna get one more little hank in there. That'll just fill it up real nice. Let's give it a nice tight look. There we go. Looky there. All right. All done up with the tying bit. Now we're just going to pull this back. Bring that up to the eye. We're going to tie that off. Then, once we've done that, we're just going to trim it up, make it look nice. Now, I got a couple tricks to help keep our silly legs out of the way. I'm using 2 double half hitches. You can use a whip finish. You can use whatever you want. It doesn't really matter, because whatever glue or epoxy or hard as nails you use is actually what's going to hold that thread in position. All right, perfect. All right, here it is, the chip clip. All right, so let's grab these stragglers out through here. All at once. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. It's not perfect, but I can get it. But don't need it. Hope not need it. Alright, man, that's it. Redfish toad. The creature bait of the fly fishing world. Ugly, heinous creature that they absolutely love. And just remember, you can throw all kinds of cool contrasting colors in here. Make it whatever you want. Fit it to your area. This works just fine down here. If I want to go a little crazy, I'll take a brown Sharpie marker and I'll hit up this TNEP fiber a little bit if I need to. If not, I'm going to rock it like it is. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Another week down, so we're getting there. Not too bad. It's a long video, no doubt. I appreciate if you guys hung in there. If you just skipped around and figure out what you needed to find out, totally cool. I do that a lot. I hardly ever watch a whole fly time video, so if you don't watch all of mine, I'm not upset. If you did, thank you, and hope you picked up some cool tips. But we'll try again next week. We're going to try to get in another fly next week. I don't really want to say what fly I think it'll be, because if I say what it's going to be, it's a guarantee that's not what we're going to end up tying. So, that being said, thank you guys for watching. Remember, if you liked what you saw, hit the like button. If you have a question, ask. I will answer it. If you really like what you saw, hit the subscribe button. We do have a website, lostangler.net. You can buy some of our flies there. We got some shirts. I think I'm sold out. I gotta take those off the website. My bad. And just keep an eye on it. We're going to be doing some videos from my day job at Delta Auto and Marine pretty soon. We're just picking up Ginu. And so in the coming weeks, we're going to be reviewing the Ginu skiffs. We're going to be reviewing the new TFO fly rods, the new Cortland lines. It's going to be a lot of really cool stuff. So just kind of keep an eye out. We're going to get there. In the meantime, we're going to do some more fly tying. We're going to look at some cool stuff. I got a bunch of new stuff in from CRKT, Columbia River Knife and Tools. So if outdoor equipment is something you also like, I'll do some of that. And eventually I'm going to get into talking about my bow hunting setup, which is pretty unique. So we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the water.